Watercooler.
Wow, 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 wow.
Watercooler. Watercooler.
Wow, 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 wow. Hey, welcome to Watercooler, episode 367, also known as 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 69 plus 22. Thank you so much for tuning in and hanging out with us today. Really appreciate it. We missed you. You know how the show goes. I, Chris Loxamana, kick it with my Corolla Digital Bud and Matt. With me today in studio, Gary Smith.
Subs up!
Hi, Gary. And all the way in Austin, Texas, all the way over there, Matt Fondelier.
Hey, brother.
Hey, guys, I haven't talked to you in a while. Just kidding. We talked for like 3 hours yesterday.
We sure did.
The Patreon movie night where we watched the classic film Blue Streak,
Yes.
starring Martin Lawrence and Luke Wilson,
Wow.
the brother. Yeah, the brother of
Who
Owen Wilson.
we revealed may have been cast by Adam Carolla in an alternate universe.
Possibly. I don't know. I should have brought that up today.
You said that weird. Adam Carolla was not the casting director in this alternate universe, but Adam Carolla may have played that role in an alternate universe.
They knew what I meant.
Either way, I had a great time watching a movie with you guys and hanging out.
Yeah, it was no Rush Hour 2, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't a Rush Hour 2, but it's okay. That was the plan. The plan was to watch Rush Hour 2. Netflix took it off. They need to alert me better about taking their movies off their site.
Well, they saw that too many people were watching that piece of shit Freddie Prinze Jr. Christmas movie and decided we need more Freddie Prinze Jr. and less Rush Hour 2.
Did you guys get a Freddie Prinze Jr. section on your Netflix?
Did you?
No, but that would have been great.
Oh my God! How long?
By the way, for non-Patreon subscribers, the fellows are alluding to our previous movie night, which was chosen by me, Christmas movie. Which title I cannot remember.
Freddie Prinze Jr. is still married to Sarah Michelle Gellar. They've really just stood the test of time as an iconic '90s couple. Like all the way back to were they in I Know You Did Last Summer together? Was Freddie? Was
wow,
that PJ
yeah,
in that?
Yeah.
I think it was.
It was
Yeah.
called Christmas with You, by the way, Matt.
Oh, there you go.
It's terrible.
Not in any way as good as I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
Nor Rush Hour 2.
I Know What You Did Last Summer had Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jenny Love Hewitt.
Yep.
Jenny Love Hewitt,
Yeah,
huh?
we're casual now.
All right.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
It's
JLH.
just really the Mount Rushmore of '90s heartthrobs.
With 3 names.
Is that might be why?
Yeah.
I haven't done the study yet, but yeah, Sarah Michelle Gellar and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
See, Adam has this theory that guys with 3 names, the people with 3 names are douchebags, but I'm not sure it applies across the board. I think it goes one of 2 ways. You don't get 3 names and end up just in the middle.
Let me add another one. Amy Jo Johnson.
Oh, there we go. Pink Power Ranger.
That's-
Now you're
that's
speaking
3.
my language.
That's 3.
That's the That's the key 3, not us. That's the key
Yeah.
3.
Amen.
My God. Whew, I'm getting hot flashes. All right. So anyway, we got comments today. Matt, do you have a Shay?
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm curious to hear if you will give this restaurant or did give this restaurant a Michelin star. Now that's something that came up last time, where Matt has now created an award for his dining experiences.
That was all done exclusively on Patreon, right?
Yeah, but that's why I'm letting
Yeah.
these listeners know now. So Matt will go to a restaurant, and if he really liked it, if he thinks they really earned it, then he will award them a Michelin star, which it will be a physical award that he has to give them.
My goal is to be like a better Guy Fieri. You know, I want people to see
that
the
doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't
That doesn't
the
think that's such a
Michelin
thing.
star decal, and they'll know, you know, this is worthy of our wallet.
Yeah. Have you, Matt? You seem like a guy who's done this, and that's okay if you have. But have you ever
Go on.
requested to meet the chef after a meal just because it impressed you so much?
Oh no, I haven't. I have not ever done that. No.
I
Okay,
can do
Matt,
it.
how about this? Have you ever sat at in what in my estimation is the super douchey table that's in the kitchen?
Like the chef's table or whatever, where you
Yes.
get like no, but I will say I would love to do that.
Yeah, I kind of want to
would
do that
love
too.
it.
That's what's douchey about that. You're watching it made right in front of you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Nothing
do like
douchey.
being seated at certain restaurants where you can actually see into the kitchen, but you know, to be right there in the center of the action, that's got to be where it's at.
Yeah,
Do you guys see the menu? That's where you want to be.
that's where I like an open kitchen. Like we've talked, this podcast,
Open
it's open concept, right? So
Sure.
the same thing applies to restaurants. I like seeing what's going on in that kitchen because one, they keep it real clean. They have to. So it's like
No dirty dishes in there.
They're performing for us, and it's wonderful. I like just watching one person seeing their routes, which way they're going, their motions, their movement. So economical, so fluid.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to say as an addition to what you asked earlier. While I have never made the request to see the chef, have you guys ever been to these restaurants where the chef is just walking around, checking in with tables, asking them how the meal is?
I have been.
And then do you engage with the chef? Because
I don't like to take up too much of their time, but I have been in a restaurant like that, and I do like it.
Yeah.
But then there is a thought in the back of your head where it's like, what are you doing out here?
Yeah.
Why aren't you cooking? Who's
What-
cooking?
how
If
much-
you're out
how
here,
much
who's
time,
cooking?
How much time we got, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what are you up to?
Are you not taking your job serious enough?
Yeah.
I do feel like that for the chef to actually leave the kitchen during a shift and walking around, like the only kinds of restaurants where a chef does that is Michelin star worthy. Like you don't really see the chef coming out from the Outback. No offense to Outback, but coming around asking how you like the steak.
There's no reason to bring all of Australia into this.
why-
Like,
what's with the shots
there
fired
are really
against
great,
Outback?
there are
All
really
right,
great
Chili's,
restaurants.
Chili's.
There are really great restaurants in Australia. You don't have to. Oh, the Outback restaurant.
Are you aware of this new concept in LA that is like
An open concept.
No, but thanks for the interruption. It's basically
Copy that.
Gary.
it's BJ Novak has teamed up with one of the former chefs from the French Laundry, and they do a pop-up restaurant for like a couple of nights each, and it pays tribute to one of the like famous American eateries. So like they did a Taco Bell one where they did like a Wagyu beef crunch wrap, whatever. And like currently they're doing a Chili's one where it's just like all super high-end versions of all the Chili's appetizers.
Upon first listening, I thought I don't care for it because it seems too jokey to really put a respectful stamp on food. Now, I'm going to go back to last week. I was at the Dallas airport. There's only one place to eat, and it was Chili's. And I went, and we sat down. And we were starving. It was me and the band. And I ordered a cheeseburger, and it was delightful. Yeah. And I know it's not like a cheeseburger that's made with ground Wagyu chuck. No, it's not hoity-toity at all. Like, I don't even think they asked me how I wanted it cooked. They
no,
like, do you want a cheeseburger?
We got you.
Here's a cheese. Here's a cheeseburger. It's coming out a minute later.
Yeah. You want a cheeseburger? I got you, fam.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah, they just the server, without even leaving, just reached back, grabbed
Yeah.
a cheeseburger, and put it on my table as soon as I ordered it.
It's like that scene in The Founder when Michael Keaton first orders a burger and fries, and he just hands it right to him, and he's astounded.
Yeah.
He goes, "How did
just
this?
happened?
What sorcery is this?
What just happened?" Yeah.
On a similar note, when I first drove from California to Texas, my friend and I stayed at like a motel in New Mexico or something, kind of halfway there.
That was before the weed apocalypse?
That was the night before the weed apocalypse.
Okay.
Not very many places open at 11 p.m. or whatever hour it was that we pulled up, but right next to the motel we were staying at was an Applebee's. And much like Chili's, I feel like it's a national chain, but it has a reputation for just kind of being meh. And I got to say, that cheeseburger I had at Applebee's was fucking delicious. It was great.
Yeah, and I will say that the cheeseburger I had at Chili's, also effing delicious. Yeah. Great.
Have you guys
Applebee's, they asked, sorry to interrupt you, Gary. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
No problem. Go for it.
Applebee's, they asked me how I wanted the burger cooked. And my whole thing is, if you're going to ask me, I would rather you don't ask me, because if you don't ask me, I don't care how it comes out. But if you ask me and I tell you that I just want it medium, and then it does not arrive medium, then I'm like, all right, why did you
you've set yourself
why,
up
why
for
did you do that?
Yeah. Right. Yeah, if you're going to cook it medium well or well done anyway, don't ask. Don't ask, because you can only get it wrong.
I've noticed that a lot of those chain-style restaurants like the Applebee's and the Chili's and stuff, Denny's is heavy down in Orange County. A lot of them are kind of in the parking lot of motels or hotels. Like, it's designed for the people who are staying there, and it's like, this is what you can walk to. Like, I get it. And I will say, from my college years, Applebee's has a fantastic happy hour. If you want to go and get a couple appetizers and some cocktails before you're going out for the night,
Yeah.
Applebee's is a good spot.
More like Appy Bees.
Yeah, baby.
Apps and beers.
I
Appy Bees.
feel like TGI Fridays is another example of all this. Now I
Oh,
came
whoa,
up
whoa.
with a-
TGI Fridays is a step above all of this. How dare you? I worked at TGI Fridays for 3
did
years.
you? All right.
It is awesome.
Where does
You're
Red
right.
Robin fall in
kidding.
this conversation?
Oh,
Well,
I don't know. Where do bottomless fries fall anywhere?
They fall fucking at the top of my list.
Yes, exactly.
All right. All of these restaurants that we've mentioned, they are generally referred to as just national food chains. But I started referring to all these restaurants in a particular way, and I want to tell you what I call them. I'll let it sit for a minute, and then I'm going to explain why. I call all these places ketchup restaurants.
Yeah, I'm with Kalen.
Ketchup restaurants because these types of restaurants have a bottle of ketchup already on your table when you sit down.
Oh,
Now, that's an interesting thing that you highlight because we were just talking about Red Robin and bottomless fries. And what sticks out to me at the Red Robin is the giant thing of Red Robin seasoning. No
Oh,
more
they have-
explanation than that, but it's
Yeah.
the Red Robin seasoning, and the bottle is about this big. It's on every table.
it's huge. Yeah, it's a feature on the table. But yeah, Matt's right. At all these restaurants, they have the condiments on the table already.
Yeah, so I said they're ketchup
Yeah,
restaurants.
I always call them salt restaurants, but yeah, ketchup has a better ring to
Well,
it.
you find a salt on a lot of other tables, not just those kinds.
Yeah, the ketchup restaurant. But you're right, and there has to be a name or a class for these kinds of restaurants, these chain burger restaurants. And look, they're delightful. There's a reason why there's so many of them.
Yeah.
Why so many people eat at them. That's why. So with BJ Novak and one of the guys from the French Laundry creating a pop-up where they're doing upscale versions of this. 2 weeks ago, I would have said no, thank you. 1 week ago, I'm saying put it in my mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Get that drop. But
Get
yes,
that drop.
absolutely. I could not agree with you more. A high-end like Crunchwrap Supreme with like Wagyu beef and like all the like best ingredients.
Yeah.
Sounds fantastic.
I'll tell you, I've told the story before. The Crunch Wrap. I went to Arizona on a skateboarding trip, and we were coming back. We're driving back through the desert. We stop at a Taco Bell, and this is the first day they rolled out the new Crunch Wraps. We've never heard of them. We've never seen them. We growing up, my friends and I were Taco Bell guys. We didn't F with Del Taco because the Taco Bell was right next to our high school. So the hangout was Taco Bell parking lot.
Quite the opposite for me.
Right, I know. Look, because it's all geographically.
The Dell was closer to my high school.
Yeah. So it's just whichever's closer.
Out here we got a place called Taco Cabana.
I hate him. What is he? So the place to go is
Sky is blue.
most of
I'm kidding.
my friends' interactions. It was always the Taco Bell parking lot. That's where we met. That's where we went after dodgeball games. That's where we would skateboard at nights. Like it was like the place to go
Yeah.
after parties, whatever. Like it was. We always ended up in the Taco Bell parking lot. So we're driving back from this Arizona skate trip, and we see Taco Bell. I'm like, okay, that's tried and true. Let's go to Taco Bell and get ourselves a meal. We go in there. They have these posters, all these things like you got to try the Crunch Wrap. Of course we ordered it because we've never. This is the first real new menu item Taco Bell's ever introduced.
Yeah.
Since we've been going to Taco Bell, so we're eating them. We love them. We can't believe it. Our eyes are just they're watering. It's a beautiful moment.
Yeah.
These things are beautiful. And I'm with my buddy Adam. Yeah, you've met him. He was in my wedding. So he looks at me. He's like, I gotta order like 30 of these. Because we were under the impression this is the only time. This is like a
this is
special
like an Arizona like
This
special
is
edition.
a special edition. So you ordered a bunch to like freeze, like throw them in the cooler.
Oh.
And then, yeah, of course, we as every Taco Bell that we're passing by all the way to California, it's like try our new Crunch Wrap, and that was our introduction to Crunch Wrap. We thought it was just a Taco Bell, and that particular desert Arizona Taco Bell that made
that's
those,
so
and it was
funny.
just their concoction. But yeah, we were young, we were naive, and now every time I eat a Crunch Wrap, I think of that day.
He's not completely insane though, because when I went to school in Arizona, it was before In-N-Out had spread across Arizona. It stopped in Phoenix. The last one, like the furthest one away from California, was Phoenix. And I had a few friends who made quite a bit of money stopping in Phoenix, waiting in the hour-long line, buying like 50 double doubles and 50 fries, and then selling them for an inflated price once they got back to school.
Yeah.
And they never had it leftovers. They always sold out.
Yeah,
That's brilliant.
Now they don't have to wait in line. They can just ride their PJs over over to LA or something, because these guys know what's up. They're entrepreneurs.
Yep.
They're doing very well right now. I can't confirm without even knowing who they are. It's just an American story, tried and true.
Yeah.
Tale as old as time. All right. Speaking of time, I'm really bothered right now because Jennifer.
Love Hewitt?
No, the one I love.
Oh, okay.
So
Jennifer Love Hewitt.
yeah, I do actually love her too. Yeah. So last year, she gave me the task of getting a calendar. Like, hey, we need a calendar to put all of our, our events on, or
A weekly.
dates, monthly,
A weekly planner.
a monthly calendar, like one that's on
Just
display.
a wall calendar.
A wall calendar on display, but I want you to get it. Now, I would assume this is a lose-lose situation because I don't. She has a certain style that I don't have. Like she's much better at seeing things decoratively and making everything in the house cohesive.
I've been to the house.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like you.
It doesn't. Like
It's fantastic.
yeah,
it's very homey.
Yeah.
But it's like, this screams Jenny.
she knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's got the earth tones everywhere. Kaylin.
So many earth tones.
So what you got was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit
Right,
edition
yeah.
calendar.
Well, yeah,
just
it was
to
on
add
sale.
a little bit of you.
Yeah, it was on sale, and it just made sense to get that, right? No, well, actually, I wanted one that I could put, but I don't want to put it on the wall, so I got a magnetic one. Like, you could still take a page out. It was nice and big, and you just put it
on the
boom,
fridge?
right on the fridge.
Okay.
On display.
I'm
for
not
everybody to see.
understanding this.
It's a paper calendar.
It's a calendar
but
with
there's
magnets
on the back.
Yes.
So it goes on the
Okay,
fridge.
so no cool pictures. Just
No,
just the
cool
numbers.
pictures. It's not. Yeah, it's not one that you unfold or
Okay.
anything. It's just
I get it
the
now. I
numbers.
just-
But there are pictures. Because
there are.
it's bordered. And all the borders have something to do with the months. Like for September, it's like a big school bus and backpacks and crayons because it's back to school. Or for like November, it was turkey and leaves and all this stuff, right? But it looked a little hokey. And to the point where whenever people came over, she kind of would be like, "Oh, Chris got the calendar, not me." kind of remarks every once in a while.
Okay, you're trying to downplay it, but every once in a while means anytime someone came over.
It became like a joke, like when people came
Where
over,
was
like,
the calendar
Chris got the
located?
calendar. It was right in the middle of the fridge.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's rough because she
Right.
wants to show that beautiful kitchen, and then there's
Yeah,
just
there's this weird calendar that just didn't fit.
And plus, you're having parties and
It's
people
large,
are congregating in the
and
kitchen.
it's large.
We-
To the point where when we did have parties, my calendar was missing.
Oh, she'd hide
Calendar
it.
coming
It was
down.
a calendar of shame.
And she would put it on top of the fridge. And it sucked because getting that thing from the top of the fridge, by the way, everybody listening, is
God.
still magnetic. So I'm having to like pull this thing, trying to get my hand into the little.
wall on a fucking step stool. That's so dangerous.
Thank you. I'm trying so hard to not make the jokes. Thank you, Gary.
You're sitting there phically like
Yeah,
tense
Matt
up,
was
like holding
shaking.
yourself back. Like,
Talking about
who's gonna do it?
Matt was shaking. Yeah,
I didn't want to interrupt.
it's okay, but it's still magnetic up
Yeah,
there.
that's tough.
and high. So I have to pull it down. Sometimes it's dusty, whatever.
Oh,
right?
always dusty. You
Yeah,
kidding me?
how does it collect so much dust up there? What's
I
going
don't
on?
know.
Why does it all the dust when I hang out on the top of the fridge?
Particulates.
Yeah. Anyway, so come to the end of 2022. It's time to get a new calendar.
Guess who wasn't asked to get it?
That's correct. Yes, I did not. I did not get this.
She
this
suffered
calendar.
through that year.
and she picks
An
one.
entire year.
She picks one that
Hawaiian
totally.
Tropic?
No, no, it's actually quite beautiful. It has this really cool art, really cool earth tones for sure.
Oh, she's not listening. What does it look like?
No, it really is nice. It's like it's cool designs. It's perfect. It's actually what we should have got the
Yeah.
first time, right? And we put it up. And now I'm filling out all my stuff, what dates I'm going to be out of town, all this stuff. This calendar's week starts on a Monday. And it
Nope.
ends with SS. It ends the Saturday and Sunday are at the end.
Don't like that.
It's
That's not good.
I'm so not calibrated to look at a calendar that starts on a Monday and ends on a Sunday.
The back end of our website does that, and it catches me almost every time.
What is that?
It's-
Why are we
it's
doing
anarchy.
this? Who wants this?
No one.
Nobody wants this, and it's insanely disorienting looking at this calendar.
That's
Thinking,
To be
I got
fair.
Saturday off. No, you don't, bud. You're working
working.
Saturday.
I
Yeah.
agree with everything that you are saying, 1,000%. I think it's ridiculous. However, it is also ridiculous that the week starts on Sundays. Who came up with that idea? That's the weird part to me. It's like, oh, it's the weekend on Saturday, but now it's Sunday, and it's still the weekend, but now your new week is gonna start, but then it really starts on Monday.
So
like
you,
that. It is
so
weird.
you don't agree with me, Matt, because you
I
don't agree.
1000%
You're part.
agree with
You're
you.
part of the movement. You want it to
No.
start on Monday.
I'm saying this is what the calendars have always looked like, and we're all fucking idiots, but there's nothing we can do about it, and I'm fine with that. I do not think we should be forcing a new formatted calendar for people to adjust to. So that's the part that I'm agreeing
but
with.
you like the idea
I
of
think
the
the
movement.
Monday through Sunday calendar is ridiculous because that's not how society works. But society is ridiculous for saying that the week starts on Sunday. That to me is ridiculous.
Yeah. So
That's
Gary,
it's the day the Lord rested.
that should
the
be
end.
the
He's
end.
relaxing.
You don't want to
The end of the
start.
week.
You don't want to start.
You'll start the week and go, hey, you know what I'm gonna do on my first day
Kick
of the
my
week?
feet
I'm
up.
gonna fucking kick my feet up and relax.
Yeah.
No, you get to work.
Wow.
And that's what's on the menu.
Shit. Yeah. Just some straight up knowledge on that menu.
Yeah, seriously.
served cold. All right.
Hey, this is a free show. No outro.
That was News Nook with Matt Bondelier. Outro.
I love how that one's always a bonus outro. Yeah, like Gary, when you tell people, let's circle back week of whatever. Do you give them the Monday or the Sunday?
I'm not a fucking crazy person, so I give them the Monday.
Oh, you give them the Monday, week of whatever. So if the Monday gets the week's name, then maybe it should start on a Monday.
Now we're pulling the calendar or pulling the curtain back a little bit, but the ad sales calendar world in podcasting does run Monday through Sunday, if my memory serves correct.
Yeah, that's
It's been
why
a while
I
since
use.
I worked on
That's
a
why I
podcast.
use the Monday.
There you go.
Yeah, this calendar is very, very confusing, and it gets me really excited, and then brings me down real quick.
But it looks cool.
Oh, it's beautiful. I'll send you a picture. It's really, really nice.
And still, it's just a border, like the same idea that yours is, Chris.
No, this one actually has it's a border. The colors are nice, but then it also has the full picture on the top flap from the previous month when you lift up the cover.
What are we working with for January? What kind of picture?
It's not even like a picture of something I can name. It's like a design, kind of like
it's like a state of mind.
It's a state of mind. It's a feeling.
Is it like an open concept?
It's open concept. It's I'll relate it to the default desktops when you buy a new laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know what this is,
But it's pleasing.
but it's pleasing. The colors are nice. There's splashes. There are swirls. There are geometric shapes that are pleasing to my eye.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah. What's your wallpaper right now?
On my computer,
Yeah.
it's the one bad photo of my son from his 2-year-old photo shoot after his birthday.
Yeah.
Where he's playing with a
Oh yeah.
bubble gun
See,
and
that's a
he's
great
scowling.
photo.
Yeah, my wife hates that I use it because it's the one photo from that photo shoot where he's scowling, but I think
It
he
makes you
looks
happy.
the most like me, and yeah, it makes me happy.
What about you, Matt? What's your wallpaper?
It's the place that makes me happiest in the world. Mammoth.
Is it really Mammoth?
Yeah, it's like
A
one of
picture
the
you
lakes.
took or a picture
Yeah.
that you found?
Picture I took.
See, that's wonderful.
There you go.
See, mine's just a gray background, but that's because I use it for work and I have to
That's just gonna change
project
pretty
it.
soon.
Oh, you think?
Hell yeah!
Well, yeah, I haven't changed my iPhone wallpaper since like the iPhone 3.
Really?
Yeah.
That spaceman?
Yeah.
Huh.
To the point where I once changed it, and a buddy of mine's like, "Whoa, dude, you
Yeah,
okay?
aggressive.
Yeah, what's going on?" And I changed it back because I realized now it's part of my identity. Alrighty. Let's see here. We have some comments. You guys want to do some comments?
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right. And these are all comments found within our Facebook group. And I want to thank everybody for subscribing to our Facebook group, for joining it, for being a part of it. And a lot of people are like, yo, Chris, I don't have a Facebook. I'm trying to stay off that social media. And I prefer not to be a part of Mark Zuckerberg's meta universe that is taking over the world. What can I do? And my thing is just create a fake Facebook and just
I have a
join our
better
group.
idea. A better idea. Why don't you go to patreon.com? You get even more content. You won't be supporting Mark Zuckerberg, and you'll be supporting us directly. And there's a whole other community there that you can interact with that overlaps with our Facebook community.
Doesn't exist. It's not real.
Yeah, that's not real. Did you just say Mark Zuckerberg?
That's what he said. He said Facebook.
Matt, can you please spell the last name of the owner of Facebook?
Oh, boy. Am I going to get burned on something?
No,
Is it not
no.
Zuckerberg? Zuckerberg?
Oh, you said
You were saying
bird.
BIRD. You said it twice.
Oh, no, I did not. Maybe it sounded like that.
Well,
It
we'll
definitely
check the
did.
drops next
I
week.
definitely
gotta check get that
We'll check the
drop.
drops
Get that
next
drop.
week.
Although,
Because Zuckerberg was
yeah,
at a hard
Kalen would have been
Well,
really upset if he
shit.
heard that.
hard D on that bird.
Yeah, Kalen's like,
Really?
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg. First off, they don't exist. Secondly, you're really dismissing your heritage there, buddy. And
So what you're saying is this is a mistake for me
is
to
this
go
Alex
refill my
Jones's
drink
show right now?
Yeah, you should go do that.
I'm going to go do that.
You're good.
I'm going to drink more.
All right, what are you drinking? What are you filling it with?
Got some rosé a la Dave Damashek, podcasting hero.
Oh yeah, look, there's nothing wrong with some.
Hey, is that show coming back? Why don't you guys tell all the fans about the show coming back? All right, bye. See you in a few.
Can we close his Zoom? Is that it?
Yeah, I absolutely can.
All right. Well,
I think because we joke about it so much, he doesn't think that I actually can or will. But I'm here to tell him.
yeah. Well, here's the a comment that regards us. And by the way, listeners, if you want to join our Facebook group, and you want to support Lord Zuckerberg, then go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. Answer a few questions, and we might let you in.
We're going to let you in if you're not a bot.
Yeah, just prove you're not a bot. Just answer some stuff. Like a lot of people have been subscribing lately, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, it is cool.
And it's just such a great community. It's my favorite place on the internet. Everyone's so cool, and yeah. So if you're looking,
It's the only place that's actually positive on the internet that I'm aware of.
and I like to keep it that way. It's
Yeah,
nice.
me too. That's why we have the questions.
Yeah, we like it. All right. So Darren Sutton, we like him. Darren, he just said, I wanted to say how much I appreciate at the intro of Watercooler, Chris and Gary do that guitar twiddly things.
Hey, how about that?
Yeah, as a fellow vocal guitar twiddler myself, I love it. Never change. Thanks, Darren.
All right.
We hope
thanks,
you're
man.
doing it. We hope you're doing it with us.
Yeah.
During the intros. Like I hope people are doing that and they're doing the chants for Flicking the Bean intro.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it just makes it more fun.
Remember a couple episodes ago when you forgot to do it and it was the weirdest thing ever?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
It really threw me.
Well, if it's just one person.
Yeah, because I was the only one in the room that was actually
Yeah.
doing it.
So growing up, the music I used to listen to had a thing called gang vocals. You always hope your songs had a couple things: hand claps and gang vocals. And sometimes, if you were lucky, they'd be gang vocals with hand claps.
then you're cooking with gas.
You really are. Those are the best songs in the world. Gang vocals, it's just there's something about the human voice in numbers, all different pitches, all different people saying the same thing at once, that it's just satisfying to your soul, like chemically. Like it's akin to like when you hear a crowd, like a band's playing and a crowd sings the chorus. The hairs on your arms just go up. Like, why is this so beautiful? Not everybody's in pitch, but everybody's in unison.
Yeah, my favorite version of that I can remember was a Billy Joel concert I went to at a stadium. And there was 85,000 people. And during Piano Man, his biggest song, he just kept playing the piano and stopped. And the whole stadium sang most of the song.
The idea of that just gave me chills.
It was awesome.
Yeah. So it's that, or it's like remember that Foo Fighters video where like they had like 1,000 people playing Learn to Fly?
Yeah.
And then so all the drums are playing in unison, all the guitars, that's fine. But once the vocals came in, it's like looking for a star to see me. And it's just 1,000 people just singing it.
So cool.
It's insane. There's just something so rich and satisfying about all these voices in harmony, not even musical harmony, but just like in principle, just singing and doing that. So I hope everybody's doing that, and we can just create a world where everybody does with us. So. Yeah.
I will say that I've wanted to do it, but I know that there's often a delay, and so
Let's
I'm
just
not
try
going
it.
to do it.
Can we try right now with Matt?
Here. Let's
All right,
try
here
it.
we go. We're
Here
going to
we
do the
go.
intro. Matt, we want as loud as you can. I want Julie to wonder what the hell is going on in that room. And Taco, I want him to just be scared. as you do this because you're doing it so loud.
All right, let's scare Matt's elderly dog on 3. 1, 2.
Matt, you can do it. It's like a weird row your boat echo.
You're like,
it's a little delay, but it's like effective.
yeah,
it's like
it's not delayed enough.
it's
that
like
you should stop.
Yeah, it's like the guitar diddlies that we're doing is being played by the Edge from U2. So there's just that crazy delay effect, and it works.
So
Is it the Edge or is it just Edge?
It's the Edge.
Really, because I believe Bono said
he was on Smartlist.
on Smartlist that it's Edge.
It's
They asked him, and he was like, "It's Edge." That's a Chris level accent right there.
it's Edge. I'm pretty sure it's the Edge. Is it not?
I don't know, man. This is all along the lines of
coming from Bono.
the guy from the Mummy.
But this is
and what his
coming
last
from
name was.
Wikipedia.
Yeah,
as
that's
The
never
Edge.
been wrong. How much are you worth again? 8 billion?
Better known as the Edge or simply Edge. There you go.
All right, so both ways.
So simply Edge is what I'll call him.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like Simply Orange.
Yeah. Speaking of, there's a great documentary with Jack White. Gosh, who is it? It's Jack White, The Edge, and Jimmy Page. Oh my God, yeah, it's Jimmy Page, and it's just a guitar documentary called "It Might Get Loud." I saw that's like one of the few documentaries I've seen in theaters multiple times. A documentary.
Nice.
How often does
Multiple
that happen?
times.
Yeah, it was just so good.
Feel good.
Oh, it was a. I remember I brought a girl on a date to watch it once. It's like, you want to see this guitar documentary? And it was the same girl who I can feel Gary shake his head. I'm trying not to look at him. So the same girl, I'll give you 3 dates that this girl went on with me. The first one.
Chris!
It's fine.
Sure.
I'm just saying these are the horrible dates a poor college Chris would come up with.
Women are historically very reasonable while pregnant.
Who would
Let's go. Come on, let's
Respect
go.
all women.
Bring it.
Well, no, she'll be happy because she's like, "Oh, I'm glad that wasn't me." All right, the first date. I won't even call this a date. It's the first time like I ever invited this girl out to hang out, and she came out with my friends, and we went to the Queen Mary, and we snuck around to the point where by the end of it, my buddy, who you both know, got arrested for yeah.
Matt, you want 3 guesses? Because I don't think I need more than one.
You need one. So he got arrested, but while everyone else was being chased by security and the cops throughout the night. So that was literally to the point where we're hiding in a bathroom stall, standing on toilets as flashlights sweep underneath. Right? Yeah, it's
That's right out of
cool
a movie.
date.
yeah, cool date. Like, or we have to get our friend out of jail. We're all worried about him. Second date.
Will turned out okay, right?
Yeah. Second date was I was really into Guy Fieri, and I heard he was doing a book signing at the Bellaterra in Huntington Beach.
I do believe you detailed this date on a prior episode.
Yeah, and that's the second one she went on. That was the second one she went on. Third date. There's this electric guitar documentary I wanted to watch starring The Edge, Jack White, and Jimmy Page. I took her to watch that.
No fourth date?
And that was the second time I saw it. Yeah.
Were you like,
same girl?
You gotta pay attention.
God,
This is the
boys
best
are
part.
stupid.
This is
Same
the best
girl.
part.
I was so.
Guys are so dumb. That means you saw that and was like, this how I get in.
Oh no, that's not even it. And I hate to say it, but it was a completely just selfish thing. Like I wanted to watch it again. You want to hang out? Well, I kind of want to see this again.
Yeah.
Let's
No,
just
that's
go.
what I'm saying. Guys are stupid.
It was stupid. Like it
guys
wasn't
are selfish. Guys
It
are
wasn't
just
even.
dumb.
I can't even admit that it's like I think she'll enjoy this, but it was more of a.
I will enjoy this.
Oh man, I really want to watch that again, and I'm just gonna go, and if she comes with me, fine. Like yeah, it was.
We've all been there.
Yeah, I was young. I was dumb.
That documentary came out in 2008. No, Matt. No. You resist the urge.
I was young and dumb. What? I was.
Nothing.
It's all. I was young and dumb, right, Matt?
That's
Boner
right.
time.
All right. Well, anyway, speaking of past flames, we have another comment here from Peter Mortis.
Who?
This your past flame.
Peter Moore is a past flame of mine. On our Facebook group. And he just says, Bobos, say you were married to someone with a very common first name. Would you ever date or have you ever dated anyone later with the same first name? Not even married, but just have you ever dated somebody with the same name? Or is it too weird?
I have dated people with the same name. And not only that, there are several women that I've dated in my past whose names all started with J, including my wife.
Well, that is
it
weird.
goes way back. Lots of J's.
That is weird to an extent, but I think J is like a pretty common letter.
Yeah,
if it was like the letter Y,
all three of us are married to someone whose name starts with
That
J.
is
So
true.
let's not fucking have a party over here.
but yeah, if it was a more odd letter, then yeah, I would be like, or Jay Leno. Speaking of Jays, he said that all of the women he dated had the same birthday. That's
Yeah,
weird.
That's a weird
right?
one. As I think about it, I have never dated someone who has a name you would regard as even close to normal. They're all weird, like exotic names. I don't know why. It's just coincidence. But both your wives have names that are way more common than any girl I ever dated.
There you go.
Yeah, you're right. Hers is it's a weird spelling too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I've never dated. I've said this before. I've never dated anyone with the same name. I've had quite a variety, but Jennifer has dated another Chris.
Chris!
Yeah, to the point
Was it
where
the other Chris Luxmana?
Now that would be
That'd
something.
be aggressive.
no, but she did get mad at him one time. Long story, but yeah, it's great. For the new listeners, the other Chris Luxmana like posted something on Instagram, or a girl he was dating posted something on Instagram and tagged me because and Jen saw that and thought I was with him, or I was with her, and was wondering, and it was a fantastic story, which I will happily tell at a later date if the Facebook group requests it. All right, so
Maybe after the kid gets here.
no, it's too funny. We still laugh about it all the time. I tease her about it all the time. So Jennifer,
Dude, I'm still thinking about what you said, Gary. We should throw a party.
Yeah, a J party.
Yeah, we should. Just the three of us.
I don't think that really sounded good when I said it.
a
out
J
loud.
party.
Yeah, I don't. I think if the fans of your mom's house are all laughing hysterically right now, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, like a J. We should throw it because
We should
J.
smoke a J.
Jays are outstanding.
Hey,
right?
wait. I just came up with this. You ready? J Day.
I like J Day, but the J party's great because look, Jays are outstanding. So like J outstanding party, JO parties. We should just throw JO parties, like all three of us, just JO parties. That'd be, I think that's a great
I'm
idea.
the only one for whom that makes sense because those are the first two letters of my wife's name. For you, it's just a beat-off party. Are you gonna do it in Matt's shame corner?
Matt used to have JO parties all the time. I forgot. We could ask him.
Yeah, the corner of shame, the crusty corner of shame.
So Jen dated another guy named Chris.
It was the wall of shame.
It wasn't the corner. You just went
was a
straight
corner.
wall.
It was
You
a
went
corner.
full backboard.
It was multiple walls, but my dad called it the wall of shame.
That makes
God.
it a corner. If it's multiple walls,
Yeah,
that's
they
a
meet
corner.
somewhere.
Yeah, sure, you're right. I'm not arguing with you. It should have been called that, but it's not what it was called.
So I remember for Christmas, it was like my first Christmas with Jen's family. She invited me over there, and her family does like stockings.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone has a custom stocking, and they like, Chris, here's yours, and they gave me one, and it was for like, candy and gifts, and it was just so nice that they included me. But this stocking was kind of old.
Oh, you got a hand-me-down, huh?
Not only
You
was
got
it
the
I
ex-boyfriend.
got
Chris?
the ex-boyfriend stocking.
No.
Did it already say Chris
It
on it?
already said. Does it say Chris on it? Does it say Chris on it?
Chris!
What the hell? What the hell?
Well, the last one didn't last. Why are they going to go buy you a new stocking? Who the fuck knows?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Are you a rapper too?
It's I don't know if I've ever told this story before, but there's all the memes now about like, here, pro tip, like put your boyfriend on the edge of the photo so that if you break up, you can clip him out later. There's a famous story in my family of one of these, like, everyone dress up in khakis and white shirts and we're gonna go to the beach and do a family photo shoot. And I was in my early 20s and a bigger dick than I am today, and I was very mean to the photographer lady because she was very disorganized
Probably had
and
all
this was
daughters.
taking forever.
Yeah.
And as a result, there's this family photo where I am sitting on a rock just far enough away that I can be completely cut out of this photo. And dead center in the middle is a now divorced member of the family who's no longer a member of the family.
Brutal.
But you can clearly cut me out of this photo.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You took the edge.
Yeah.
Oh, the edge.
There you go.
Look at his
I
full.
didn't take the edge. The photographer told me to be on the
To
edge
full
because I
circle. You
think
got
she was
it.
hoping that I'd die.
Wow.
Like, take a step back. No. Take another step back.
Yeah, keep
no, one more
going.
step
See the
back.
water?
This
Dive.
water's really moving here. It's
I want you to tag the rock.
Jump
You tag
at that
the
rock.
Yeah, put your hand on that rock. Just lean back. I want. It's a weird pose, but it'll come out good on the photo.
Pretend you're Matt showering.
Yeah, that my friends used to crop me out as a joke. Like that was the joke.
Yeah,
they
that's
would
pretty
always
good.
just crop me out of
That's a good
photos.
one.
That's
Yeah.
good.
And then they'd always post a great time to great friends, and I would always like my hand would be in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. There's a photo of like the Adam Carolla show. It's pretty incredible. It was a Mangria photo shoot we did years ago, and we've used it for a lot of stuff, like a lot of promo pics. And it's Adam, Gina, Brian, and Dawson cheersing. But
And one
but,
hand.
but people look close.
One hand.
But people look closely enough. There's another hand, and the reason was there was this big photo shoot, and it was like the rebranding of the Adam Carolla show. We got a new logo, we got whatever, and I was the producer of the show, and I was encouraged, it was like Lynette. She's like, hey, you should be in this photo shoot too. Like, you should be in there. So go stand there. And the photographer was looking really confused that I was like inserting myself into these pictures. I didn't even want to really be in them, but I was encouraged
But
to.
he really didn't want you to be in them.
Yeah. So to the point where it was awkward enough to where the photographer made a weird face, like, why is this guy in it? And would purposely, because I know how cameras work. If the lens ain't facing me, I know I'm not in it. Like, that is not a wide angle lens, buddy. So he was purposely cropping me out of every photo. Just taking photos of the stars of the show and Dawson.
But nothing was being said about it, so
Yeah.
you were still
Just
forced
standing there
to,
awkwardly,
Yeah,
being
put your hand
encouraged,
in.
like,
It's
"Oh,
like,
come
all
on,
right,
you cheers,
cheers,
go do this,
everyone,"
go
like-
smile, big smiles. Oh, fix your shirt, fix your collar, whatever." As I know, I'm like, I'm
Is that
not in.
Lynette talking?
Yeah.
Was it the photographer?
That was Lynette. That was Lynette. And as I know, like, I'm not in this. Why am I? This is weird. This is getting weird. And yeah, but they use that photo, and it's incredible. It's an incredible picture.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's do one more clom in here because we still got.
Speaking of you being in the background or not in pictures, I recently showed my wife your Twitter picture of you in the audience for a Dr. Phil show.
Yeah.
And I explained the brilliance of it. And
A
how
lot of people
get very confused by it.
which is fine. And as I said, every Lyft driver and Lyft drivers very confused. Anyone that uses that where I use that photo, they're always confused, like thinking it's going to be Dr. Phil, and it's me, and I am in that picture. But
You are.
it
No,
does
it's great.
it does always warrant a story to the picture, which is once again for another podcast if you guys want. I don't want to retell too many stories here because look, a lot of these listeners are OG listeners too, and I don't want to.
Oh, hell yeah.
I don't want to recant too much. All right, so Bill Thomas. This is really for Kaylin, but I want to get it out there on the pod because it's important. So, tip for Kaylin, the bean. So, Kaylin talked about putting baking soda on his wings when cooking them, and we were like,
Right.
"Oh, we always thought baking soda was a weird chemically whatever. You use it to make your fridge not smell, or maybe mix it with vinegar to make your volcano project in school erupt." So he says use baking powder instead. It actually helps them crisp up, and a lot of people are saying yes. So baking powder, which I do use in like cookies and whatever, but I don't know
So
if they're
here's the
interchangeable.
question. Do we think, and maybe we can do a poll, do we think that Kaylin meant baking powder, or is Kaylin using baking soda?
Soda. Because
Kalen's definitely using baking soda. I don't think
He's
Kalen
definitely-
knows
okay.
what baking powder is. I don't think he knows that that's a thing. Right? Because
Kalen
baking
thinks-
powder comes in a small container. It's like you only use just a little bit every time.
Yeah, Kaylin thinks baking powder is something you eat when you're really stoned.
Yeah. Tony McBannon says, I don't know when, I don't know how, but at some point, circumstances are going to be perfect for Gary to ask Matt what's on the expansive menu. And I am here for it. So, yep, I agree.
I told
That
Joy-
was really a great find. Me talking on the Patreon show about a very large area and referring to it as expansive and not realizing that all of you guys actually thought that I said it with a Texas accent, and I'm loving it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it was great.
Jordan Plummer writes, listening to the bit about Dawson flying with his guitar as a carry-on reminds me of the time I was waiting for a delayed flight out of Denver. A guy who didn't want to gate check his saxophone gave our end of the terminal a bitchin' sax solo concert so he'd be allowed to take up the whole overhead bin with his case.
I feel like this is
That's
a rule
exactly right.
that we came up with. If you want to travel with your instrument, show me you know how to use it.
Yes. Yeah. Play us something.
Yeah.
Make it worth our while. Entertain us a little bit. Earn it. Because if you are going to take out that saxophone and you can't blow, what's the point? Put it underneath us.
I don't want to be like slippery slope guy here, but I feel like we're going to get dangerously close to fucking everybody walking in with their bongo drums and their emotional support drum kits doing solos for everybody. And we're going to be like just flying with the band.
Look,
you know what I mean?
If the Blue Man Group wants to fly with their bongos.
Yeah. If you can fucking,
Let 'em.
if you can put on, but see, that's the thing. It should be like, what's his name from Gladiator? Like the audience gets to
Russell
decide.
Crowe?
No, the other
Oh,
one.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, we the audience gets to decide. If you can play those bongos to a point that you deserve the overhead compartment, so be it. But I doubt that most people
Oh my
can.
God. Gary, you just came up with a brilliant reality TV show. We put amateur bands in the airport on Christmas Day and make them all compete live for other people stuck in the airport to decide who gets to go on the plane.
I'm going to do you one better, Matt. For the bands that don't win, they have to take Kevin McAllister's mom home in a U-Haul.
Perfect.
The polka that no one wants to fucking hear.
Yeah.
You're taking home Kevin's mom.
I love it. I'm making fun of him. He was such a nice guy.
No,
in that
he was.
movie.
He was fantastic. But
Yeah, I love it.
I mean,
That's
Matt
a-
said Christmas Day, and it just sparked.
That's right. That's a good show. Yeah, Matt. Plus, Matt, this is sort of subject talking about flying on Christmas Day. for
Yeah.
Matt,
Well, Matt got his
Yeah.
flight vouchers. I'm
yeah.
sure.
Would it make you
Yeah.
feel better if you were just told that your flight got canceled, but then a guy with a tuba behind you starts just playing a little ditty? Maybe not, because
Actually
that
would make me happier.
bump bump bump. Like, you can play that after you lost your flight though too. Yeah, Bump would be happy.
If there was like a German Oompa band that like also was trying to get on the flight, and they just performed, I probably would have left with a smile on my
Please,
face.
you must let us go on the plane. Please. We are late for Oktoberfest by 3 months. We need to get back home. Bump, 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 bump. Yeah.
2 months.
What? 2 months? Oktoberfest in September. Look it up.
Oh,
Read a
shit.
book, bro.
You just got
Is it
schooled,
really?
dude.
Read a
Yes,
book, bro.
Yes, it is. It's not in October. Chris
Fucking
is
Germans
right.
can't get anything right. Can they?
I know Oktoberfest. October's right
idiots.
there.
Why would you name it that? I'm not the one who needs to read a book here, Chris.
You're right. This is right up there with why do we start the week on a Sunday? Look at us, full circle on calendars.
Also, let's even go further. Now we're bringing it up. October, Oct should be the 8th month, and it's the 10th. November, Nov should be the 9th, and it's the fucking 11th. And December, decade, should be the 10th, but it's the 12th.
That is
What's happening?
confusing. You want to know what it is? I think June and July got in there, like snuck in the middle there, and nobody noticed. Like they just fell in line. You're like, nobody's gonna know we're here. And just like Kevin McAllister, we counted them in. We were doing the head count, and they're like, okay, they're part of it. Because why do we have 12? Why can't we just go to the metric calendar system where everyone has 10 days and 10 months and it's beautiful? It's a 10-day week.
Now we're on
Let's
the edge
go
of
metric.
burning down society.
Every year is 100
metric
days,
calendars.
1,000 days,
Yes.
1,000-day years.
That makes perfect sense.
I'd be 10 years old. I don't know.
10 months, 100 days in each month.
Yeah.
This
Just
is
make
perfect
it
idea.
even. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of it.
We can't agree on daylight savings time. You guys want to just burn
metric
society to
calendar
the
year.
ground?
Look, you're right. This is a little too much for right now. One step at a time.
Yeah.
One step at a time.
How about people subscribe to our Patreon?
Yeah.
Let's just start there.
Germany, get your shit together.
Yeah, fuckers.
All right, well, those are comments. Thanks for writing.
Hey,
everybody.
roo. On Patreon we have outros. Roo.
All right, well, let's get another intro, though, because Matt ate something, and I want to know if this establishment that he ate at received the coveted Michelin star.
Oh no!
What type of foods might we hear of today? What might be the price? What might be the venue? So let's find out. It's time for Gary to say, hey, Matt.
What's on the inexpansive menu, because you're probably out of gift cards.
Definitely not going to be expansive at all. However, it does cover a large portion of territory. I'm glad we brought up these national chain restaurants because this is also a national chain. However, it is not a ketchup restaurant, which is the reason why we need that distinction. So this past weekend, my wife and I had a late night donut craving. And I saw there's a lot of great donut places around here.
Yeah, late night donut craving.
Definitely.
That's
definitely
yeah.
on
After definitely not being high at all.
You just get those every once in a while.
you know, average Thursday.
Super late night.
Sure.
You know what sounds good,
Yeah.
honey?
Donuts. Sugary,
Now-
sweet.
Say it again. Say the word.
Sugary, sweet.
Just give me some of that sweet, sweet raw fish. You know what I mean? All right. So the problem, there's a lot of great looking donut shops in our area, but most donut shops rightfully close at like 3 p.m.
Yeah, they have regular
most
operating
people-
business hours. That's
Most
crazy.
people not getting donuts.
This
at,
breakfast
11
delicacy.
p.m. However, there's a national chain that one might argue is like a McDonald's or a Taco Bell of donuts.
Oh my God, if you say Dunkin' Donuts, I'm leaving.
Krispy Kreme.
Ah,
You know what
the
I'm saying?
Krispy Kreme.
It's
And no offense to
Krispy
Dunkin'.
Kreme
East
Delivered
Coasters.
to our house.
Now, Matt, let me ask you a question. And this is so weird that you're doing it on this topic. Today, I was charged this morning with going to buy donut holes for my son and his whole class.
Really?
It's someone's half birthday, so we're bringing donut holes because whatever. That wasn't my idea, but. It's my son's half birthday today, so whatever. So he brought donut holes for his whole
for
class.
your son's
Yes.
half birthday.
Yes,
Oh,
this is not my
my
idea.
God.
I was
thought there
willing
was
to let
another
the half
child
birthday
celebrating the half.
This is your legacy
I
now.
know.
Oh my
I know.
God.
There's
Now I'm
the
extra glad I brought this
The
up.
picture
this
is
was
not
not
right
planned.
there, but his other grandparents brought him a cake. It's a thing.
Oh
but
my God.
I noticed as I was walking in, and to your point, most donut places do close at a reasonable hour. The
Yeah.
one nearest my house, which is just in like a strip mall that also has a Ralph's and a Kohl's, had a big sign that says open 24 hours. And I live in like a sleepy part of Orange County. Like, who's asking for that?
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Definitely doesn't involve meth.
No, I must.
Who's up at 3 a.m.? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I'm happy for those donut places. I've gone late night. I'll be honest. Like,
Yeah.
like after the bar closes or something, we all walk over to the donut shop. They only take cash.
Yep,
And it's
always.
just-
Yeah.
yeah, and we
That's why I
indulge
think
ourselves.
those things have to be fronts. These all cash businesses that are like, you're open 24 hours a day and you only
Churning
accept
donuts,
cash.
yeah.
That seems above board.
Yeah.
Speaking of documentaries, there's a great documentary called Donut King that is all about all these like immigrant Korean families that come over here and like open up donut shops and great documentary.
great doc.
Yeah. What are your preferences? Do you like the donuts or do you like the holes?
Well, Holes is what we
Donuts,
sent.
baby.
Holes is what we sent with my son.
For
Well, 'cause-
children.
yeah, for
the
children.
Makes
kids.
sense.
That being said, I like a donut hole. That's probably not what I would buy if it's, okay, you're going into a donut store, you're getting one donut. I probably wouldn't pick the holes, but I always have one of my sons when he gets them.
Yeah, the holes are a nice treat.
Well, the glazed
Oh,
donut,
please get that drop.
holes are a nice treat. Got it.
And that drop too.
The problem with a glazed donut, I really love a glazed donut, specifically the twist, but you end up with like getting your hands all fucked up with sugar and sticky and whatever. Whereas with the hole, you're just popping that baby in. You pop that hole right in your mouth.
Yeah.
Here's my problem with the hole.
No one?
We are just get that drop too, Gary. Just get them all. We should just rerun this whole episode as a drop. Here's my problem with the donut hole. They are donut discriminators. You ever seen a jelly donut hole? No, you haven't, because they don't have holes,
They
and thus
should.
they don't make the holes for it. A Boston cream, you can't get that in whole
No
form.
cream hole.
There's no
This is
cream holes?
bullshit.
No cream holes.
The
How-
only reason
I
you
feel
get
like they
donut
would- they
hole
could
is
ho-
get
you
the
could-
powdered or glazed. You don't get any of the good fun ones.
I think you could hollow out a hole and
I
put
don't
some
think you
cream
need
in
to
it.
hollow it out. I think that you just inject the cream into the hole as it is.
They don't do it though. That's my point.
but they
They're
could.
racist.
But yeah, actually the holes seem like a
Racist.
better vessel than a donut.
Well, yeah, because if you
for
think
these
about
kind
it,
of things.
I'm not a fan of the filled donuts. Like I just
Me too,
across the
me
board,
too.
I'm not a fan.
Me too.
However, I can see the appeal, and I think I might be able to come around if it was a filled hole. Because my problem is once you bite into the jelly donut, then you just got leaking jelly everywhere. I don't need that.
Yeah.
But if it's in the hole, then I'm
It's just a
popping
one
that
bite?
thing in my. It's just
It's an amuse bouche.
It's a jelly explosion in my mouth.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a
Or cream.
self-contained
Yeah.
cream explosion in my mouth.
That's what I'm saying.
I just want one of those creamy holes.
Yeah. So there we go. All right. Well, anyway, Matt, you went to
I did have a whole note here about filled donuts. I feel like we covered it. I did not have donut holes on the list though, so good on you.
Because donut holes, you don't find them at like the higher end places, but if you want some holes,
Yeah, you got to go to a place that's
there's some lower end holes that are
yeah.
nice.
All right, let me get this back on track, can we? Let me try to talk more donuts here.
Is it off track?
Yeah. We are talking donuts. You know what I like? I like our donut holes that I put in my butt.
I like Matt's new segment, Talking Holes.
Yeah. When we got this Krispy Kreme donut, I don't know the right word. The selection, the assortment. I was shocked to see that Krispy Kreme has been around since 1937.
Oh, history of Krispy Kreme. Matt with his facts.
No history. This is like some Mandela effect shit because as far as I know, Krispy Kreme didn't exist until like 2007. I feel like I'd never heard of Krispy Kreme until I was drunk on the Las Vegas Strip eating glazed donuts at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, and the Krispy Kreme, they're glazed all over. Like that's their thing. We are covered.
Those
in
original glazed ones are they're pretty good. They got to say
they're great. They taste fantastic. But the reason I don't eat them is because maybe it's like some trauma or something. But so we were in PE class or something. We were eating them, and some girl looked at me while I was eating a Krispy Kreme donut. She said, "You want to know something? To burn that off, you have to run around this track like 3 or 4 times or something like that." And now whenever I think of eating a Krispy Kreme donut, I think, is that worth it? Me enjoying this Krispy Kreme donut, is it worth it having to run around a whole track 4 times to burn this off or something? It was like something like that to where
you don't eat the donut with the intention of immediately burning it off. I feel like that's only something insane people do.
Yeah, I know, but it got caught in my head. And now I literally
get
cannot look at Krispy Kreme, the logo or anything without that thought of that girl telling me that.
Well, here's the thing with Krispy Kreme.
You're traumatized.
I'm traumatized.
Yeah, that shit will stick with you. But the thing about a Krispy Kreme, in my opinion, and I'm very weird with food, but a Krispy Kreme is great if you can get a hot one.
Yeah, right off the conveyor belt.
But if you can't, like these people who the people who started rolling into supermarkets like 3 years after Krispy Kreme got to Southern California were like, they sell Krispy Kremes here. I was like, no, they fucking don't.
Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
Yeah, they sell Krispy Kreme's trash.
Yeah, they sell old fucking disgusting Krispy Kreme.
Yeah.
That's garbage.
Yeah, this is what they threw away. This is
But hot off the conveyor belt when that neon sign's lit up and you're driving by and you go, oh yeah, fuck it. That light's on.
I just want to go to the end of that conveyor belt and open my mouth.
Yeah. I don't even want to go to the end. I want to go to the part where all of the icing drips down.
Oh, you want to wheeze the juice of the Krispy Kreme
I want to
icing?
wheeze the icing.
Wow. That's Encino Man Part 2 right there.
Nice.
With Brendan, what's his name?
Brendan Fraser.
Is it Fraser or is it Fraser?
I say Fraser, but I spell it Fraser. Yeah.
So Krispy Kreme is apparently doing like a collab with Biscoff. A collab? You know, like your shoes.
No, you are
shoes
not
thing?
70 yet, even if you are wearing Birkenstocks with socks. It's a
They're
collab.
doing a collab? Oh, I thought
Yeah, like
It's
collaboration.
It's short for
Say the word
collaboration.
collaboration.
yeah, that's what I said.
Collaboration.
Collaboration.
Collab.
You see, this is why we thought you were saying that it was a pricey restaurant 2 weeks ago. But the collab.
Well, let me tell you, they partnered up with Biscoff.
I know Biscoff. Biscoff is the
like
reason
those, like,
I force my eyes
cookies.
open. I literally will tape my eyes open on American Airlines to get those sweet, sweet Biscoff cookies.
Yeah, they hand them out on planes a lot.
Oh, they're the best. Dip them in coffee. You just flash them. You don't dip them. You don't want to put them in too long. Just
No, shabu style.
just
It's
shabu.
shabu.
It's straight up is a
Exactly.
shabu. You
Nice.
put that in for a second, you are well done. You just got it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They're delightful.
imagine a donut but covered in and crumbled Biscoff and a little bit of like chocolate syrup.
Dang.
And that's just a little glimpse into what I got to enjoy.
Hello. I'm liking this. Man, I can't believe Krispy Kreme's going to get a Michelin star right now. I'm so excited.
Now,
I don't think
you
it
mentioned
is.
that you have some trauma involving donuts, but I too have trauma involving donuts, and that is thanks to one Adam Carolla, the building in which you're currently seated in, which is to say that infamously, in my first year of employment on Halloween, I brought in, out of the goodness of my heart, a dozen Halloween donuts, and I was berated on air for choosing donuts that had,
Candy corn?
sprinkles and candy corn and orange frosting. And
Jimmy's.
Adam had a whole thing about, the cake donut, the
versus-
coffee donut, the raised
Which is
donuts.
wrong.
And of course, over the years, I came to understand what you had to do if you wanted to buy the right type of donuts for the Carolla Studios. But now that I'm not tethered to that anymore, I got to say, I love a fucking donut with sprinkles on it. I love the Homer Simpson donut with the pink strawberry frosting and some rainbow sprinkles on it.
Sprinkles
It's
don't
like
do it for me.
childhood.
I don't know.
Donuts are
what's-
supposed to be reminiscent of childhood. It shouldn't be like this adult, boring thing. I love a donut dipped in coffee. Don't get me wrong, like just a plain cake or buttermilk donut. But if I am just like gonna like have fun and get donuts, why not go crazy with it? Get some fucking sprinkles on it. I don't get it.
I
What's
think
the
sprinkles
problem?
are a waste of time.
I agree with Chris.
Sprinkles add
What's wrong with
nothing.
it?
Maybe it just adds
What's
a
wrong
little.
with
It's a crunch.
No. What's right with it?
It's the
No.
caviar of donut toppings.
Oh my
That's
God.
what's right.
Oh my God,
Just
you're
a
never
little
getting caviar
pop.
again.
Yeah, you're cut off from the caviar connect. That's that logic alone. How dare you?
Sprinkles are donut caviar. I said it.
You know what's donut
stand by
caviar
it.
for me? Caviar.
Yeah, that's true.
Put
Actually, I
caviar
would
on it.
love it. I
Yeah,
would love that.
yeah, sprinkles. They're flavorless to me,
They
so
are.
they don't add anything.
Their
I mean-
texture is not good enough to justify them being there. That being said, one of my favorite donuts, if I'm going for like a sweet donut, is the chocolate cake with the chocolate icing, and sometimes they put chocolate sprinkles on
That's
there.
fine.
And if that's what they do, then so be it.
It's not. Yeah, it's not.
So be it.
It doesn't add anything. It doesn't subtract a ton either. But they just are there, so I'm not going to seek them out ever.
Yeah.
So that's the actual right take on sprinkles. Other than that,
That's the actual right take, is one of my favorite things ever.
All right, well, let me just wrap this up by saying that Krispy Kreme, although this was a delicious experience, it will not be getting a Michelin star.
wow,
Well,
Sorry
that's
to
it's
'cause you had
hard.
you,
it-
Chris.
That's because
It
you had it
really-
delivered.
That is true as well. I'm glad you brought that up because I will say, had we had them fresh, hot off the grill, maybe that would have been
Off
even
the belt.
better.
Yeah. Off the conveyor belt. Yeah, for
Sure,
sure.
that's what I meant. That's what I meant.
I'm telling you, that's the only chance that Krispy Kreme has of getting anywhere near a Michelin star or anything similar is you're staring at that neon sign and that conveyor belt's going by and you know that it's going to be 12 warm, hot, gooey donuts.
You know what you need to do,
Gooey,
Matt?
gooey holes.
You need when you
Yeah.
go. You have to go there yourself. You have to ask if you can sit at that table in the kitchen, right, which happens to be at the end of the conveyor belt.
Nice.
And you talk to the chef, you meet him. Maybe after all that, they can earn a Michelin star.
Well, if Jersey
here's
Mike's
what-
has taught me anything, it's that Danny DeVito can just take that table anytime he wants it.
See, every place has it. You just have to ask for it, Matt. Be vocal.
Well, here's what I
Take
will
up
say.
space.
Regardless of the temperature, and I do know they would have been even better had I had them fresh. The fact is, they did taste pretty damn good going down. But instant regret. I just felt like the oil, you're just like burping up like fried oil the rest of the night. It was like it tasted so good going down, but it was fine. When the Michelin star places, you feel full like you would after having some great donuts, but then afterwards you're not like, oh, why did I do that? I'm regretting it so much. As opposed to the donut, you eat it and then you're just like, oh, why did I do that? It's like something like a Taco Bell. It's a
So-
guilty pleasure. There's a place for it, but not on the Michelin star board.
How does it make you feel that to get a Michelin star, it has to taste good as a burp? 'Cause that's a weird. I don't
Yeah.
see that a lot with many food critics and food rating
Well,
systems.
maybe
but
it's about time we considered it. That's a valuable part of the
burp
food
factor.
experience.
This conversation is going to make me puke, but the burp factor. character.
Well, also so far we've had only one Michelin star awarded, and
That's
it has
right.
been at a restaurant that, at least in close proximity, featured a sporting endeavor.
Yeah.
So I don't know if a Krispy Kreme is going to do it unless a game of dodgeball or pickleball breaks out in the parking lot.
That's true, which, I mean, can happen at Taco Bell. We all know that because
Well,
the
it can happen anywhere the snake is.
but also Matt did not actually give that restaurant a Michelin star. It just is Michelin star worthy. But to actually get the
That's just because
Michelin
we
star-
haven't produced the stars.
Yeah,
yet.
if any listeners, any graphic designers out there, just send Matt a PDF. He'll print them out on an 8x11 paper and hand it out,
Just send them to me. I'll print them out. I'll do the legwork.
and we'll hand him out. Or we can mail it to him too. But I would like Matt to.
Actually, I feel like this would be even more in character if it was on a 3x3 Post-it note. Can I get like a deck
No.
of Post-it logos? Because then I will fucking hand those out. They can stick it to their window. Mission accomplished.
No, what we're going to do is we're going to stick it over one of the show logos that we have on the wall out here. I would do resume, but you already took care of that. So it's going to be more like 3x3 foot, because I want it to be really awkward for you to walk in holding this thing.
Yeah,
Because in my mind, it like sits at the base of your table until you're finished dining, and then you like present it to the owner of the restaurant.
Yeah,
If they're deserving. Otherwise, I have to take it back with
Right.
me to the car.
Well, that's
Matt.
the best.
if you can get a establishment to put up a Michelin star for a week, I will give you a $100 gift card for that restaurant.
And I'm sure that there are listeners who would match that. So you might be able to get a very nice
So
dinner
yeah,
out
if
of
they
this.
can
All
prove
right,
that this
well.
Michelin star has been put up in display of their customers for their customers for a week, this whatever we come up with, I think a gift card is in order, because it helps validate the authenticity of this award. But and
Well,
also
listen,
you
I'm
have
just gonna say. Go ahead, Chris. Sorry, I keep
don't give them
interrupting.
out willy nilly though. This is just a LPT from CL. Don't give them out willy nilly, because we want these things to be coveted. And if they're ever like the
That's
Guy
what I
Fieri
was gonna
thing,
say.
yeah,
I was gonna say, step 1, we got to get it created. Step 2, impress me.
someone has to earn
Step 3, profit.
it. Yeah, the profit. Well, Matt really will profit if they will put it up on display, a Michelin
Well,
star.
I hope to profit on many restaurants soon, but until then, that's what's on the menu.
I love
Hey,
it. I love it.
we have outros on Patreon.
Yeah. All right. Well, why don't we go around and get our plugs in, because we got a lot. Dude, this is a water cooler week.
Yeah, it is.
Water cooler bonanza. So I'll go around the horn and we'll get our plugs in and GTFO. So I'll go with Gary. Gary, what do you suggest you check out?
I suggest you check out our Patreon. We've talked about it before on this episode, but patreon.com/watercooler. You get an extra dose of this show every week on Thursday, usually. And we also have other benefits, like the movie night that we talked about. There's over 21 of those now. We also have the Mallow Money meetup for our top tier. Once a month, we do a Zoom meetup, usually in the month in question, but we're a few days late this month. So our meetup is going to be this coming Thursday.
Let's go.
4:30 or so. We'll email everyone.
Pacific.
We'll email everyone that morning with details. But that's just a hangout for a half hour, 45 minutes before we record, where anyone who's subscribed to that tier can join up, and we all just kind of kick it.
We chat. Yeah, it's like listening to the
Yeah.
show, but if you spoke to your speakers and they spoke back at you.
Yeah.
And we don't record that, so there's been some stuff that has been
there's
talked
some-
about that
there-
does not get talked about on any
I got
of
some
our
shit
other
I could talk.
podcasts.
There you do.
Yeah.
Gary has shit he's gonna talk. Look at
I can
that.
talk some shit.
Yeah, it is fun, and as Matt said, we're all cool there. We let our pants down and just really let it all hang out, and it's nice. All right.
Not like literally. Some people do bring guns.
Oh,
though.
metaphorically. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should mention that.
The army is well armed.
And we really are are we actual
We're
military?
a militia.
Okay. And Matt, what do you suggest you check out?
You can follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondelier.
Yeah, Matt has a whole new series of tweets that he's tweeting out.
there.
He's tweeting a whole new series of tweets.
Listen to our movie night if you want to hear all about it. Okay, that's what we
We're talking
do
about
here.
it next time. Yeah, I meant to
Or
bring
you
that
can
up.
follow me on Twitter at Matt Fondelier, and then check out our Patreon, because it's just like each week you're only watching half the movie. You know what I'm saying? In this case, you're only watching like a third of the movie this week. So sign up for our Patreon, watch the whole movie, and support us.
It is the best and only way to support this show. So thank you to everybody who has subscribed. And as for me, check out the Patreon, check out the Corolla Show, and check out Reasonable Doubt. Follow these dudes on Twitter. Follow Dawson on his cruise, and Kaylin, who couldn't be here today as well. And we will see you.
He's going to be there Thursday, I think.
Ooh.
Yes, he is.
We'll see you. We'll see you later this week for Thursday for the meetup. We love you. Goodbye.
Yep.
What? Dr. Phil's ending?
Dr. Phil was canceled.
Oh no!
Literally just breaking right now.